everybody, it's Megan, also known as Reading with Hot Chocolate. Welcome back to my page, or welcome to it if it's your first time here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, and I did get the fancy, I didn't get the Target, I got the regular fancy edition with the wonderful sprayed edges to go with my other books back here, and so much has already been said about this book. I feel like everybody has probably reviewed this book already, but I want to give my 2 cents, so here we are. I will say, I gave this 5 hot chocolates because my username is Reading with Hot Chocolate, so I don't grade in stars, no. I grade in hot chocolate cups. So I gave it 5 hot chocolates, and I will say, much like everyone else who did not do a reread before, I spent 100 pages hella confused on who some of these people were, because there's so many that are with them at the college and in their group, and it was hard to remember who they all were. So there was just a point where I was just like, I'm gonna just keep powering through and the puzzle pieces will come together. And it did. I do want to do a reread of the whole series again and see if I can find any clues along the way. Xaden is in some trouble, shall we say, if we remember from Iron Flame. We have some potential disastrous situations going on, and his BFFs and his girlfriend are trying desperately to save him from himself at this point. So they go on a quest, because what is a romantasy without a quest? Kind of 2 quests. The first quest is for Andarna, our favorite sassy teenage dragon who we all love and would kill anyone for harming. She wants to go and find her family, which makes sense. So that's kind of the main overarching mission. Violet's side mission is to help Xaden. It may or may not go well. I don't want to give spoilers. I'm pretty sure everybody has read it at this point, but it's a long journey, and they're going to a lot of islands, and they're meeting a lot of people, and realizing that the world is much bigger than their continent. That there is a lot of land and a lot of civilizations who have a lot of opinions about the college and kind of the island and the main continent that they live on. And it's crazy times. One of my favorite Xaden scenes early on before they go on their journey, I wrote in my journal, "Okay, Edward," because there's a spicy moment where they're trying to be spicy. And they're kind of testing their limits of magic at this point, and he burns the headboard, and all I could picture was like Edward crushing the headboard in Breaking Dawn, so I thought that was super fun. Xaden's kind of sassy throughout the whole book, and I'm here for it. It's hot. I'll take it. And it's fantastic. We have a whole lot more interactions with Theophany, and we learn a little bit more about her and why she can do the things that she can do. And that this basically, like all romantasy, fantasy things, is kind of a battle of light and dark and having to keep both sides equal. Think of Star Wars, right? You can't have Luke without Darth Vader, and you have to have the good and the evil, because that's where the battle comes in. There's a brand new character, and I need more about him. So Rebecca Yarros, if you're listening, I need a full side story about Broccoli. Yeah, that's right, Broccoli. Character's name is Broccoli. He's a cat, and I think he's an orange cat, so you know he's gonna be trouble later on. They get him on one of the islands that they visit, and I won't tell you why the cat gets named Broccoli, because it's hilarious, and you have to read it and enjoy it yourself for the first time. But I want a whole story on Broccoli. One of my friends asked the question, like, how does Broccoli travel? Does he travel in a basket? Does he have goggles? Like, we need all the information on Broccoli. And I agree. We do need all the information on Broccoli. So bring it, Rebecca Yarros. We want all of it. I will say, the end of this book is the most horrific cliffhanger that I have ever experienced in a really long time. When I got to the end of the book, I was on the last page, because it feels like there should be another page. There's not. It goes straight to the acknowledgements. So I got to the last sentence, and I read it, and I went, yeah. And then went, what? And then went back, and I went forth, and I went back, and I went forth, because I was convinced that my book was missing a page. It wasn't. It is a crazy, insane cliffhanger. It's not fair. I need answers. And it's going to be like 2 years, Rebecca Yarros has been saying, before we get the next book. So we may have to sustain ourselves on fan fiction, guys. It might be the only solution. But overall, once I got unconfused, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 hot chocolates. And I do need to do a reread because I'm probably missing little details about different characters and who may be our big bad villain part 2, aside from Theophany, because we know Theophany's trouble, but who's the counter to her? Who's her partner in crime, so to speak? So there's a lot more to come. I loved it. I always do love the fancy editions because they just look really pretty. There you have it. Go and check it out. And let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want to know more about broccoli like I do, or are my friends and I just different? But if you read Onyx Storm, what were your thoughts? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you soon.